Welcome to episode 10. So I've gone ahead and got the harvester started, and he's running around the cornfield there. So I've got that truck parked there for the corn. So while it's doing that, the grass field on the other side of the corn is ready to harvest again. And we'll go ahead and silage it because I don't have a baler that I want. And we might as well just pull the rest of this silage out and sell it. There's no reason not to. So I'm getting this set up, and I'm going to get the silage loaded in this truck while the combines that field. And once we get this unloaded, then yeah, basically go over to the grass field over there. And that's weird. Okay. Jeez. Wouldn't take my mouse back. And then we got to go over to that little strip of grass over there and get that done and get that in the silage pit. And I think those are really the only two things we need to accomplish in October is the corn and get rid of this silage and get more silage going. And then otherwise, I kind of just need to jump till next month. And we're going to have a lot more to do next month. So let me get this stuff loaded and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Oh, our search is successful. I expected that to happen next month, because I figured if it was going to happen today, it would have happened like right at the beginning of the day, but I will take it. And I've already got the other truck full of silage heading off. All right, so what do we got here? You found the baler I wanted, 45% off. Not bad, not bad. Take the license plate off. We definitely want accumulator ready because we're going to buy the accumulator. I think that's worth doing. I think it might not be in our little tiny field, but I think it's worth doing otherwise. Just because then I should be able to drive all the way to one end of the field and just drop bales on one end and not just like drop them around random places. Now this, I don't know. Not sure. We could always add that later. Oh, well, I don't have any money. I returned the money because I'm like, there's no reason to just have all this money in my account. I might as well just return it. Hey, now I've got some money. So we will buy that. We will get the accumulator for it. I will find a tractor and send that to the store to bring the baler back. So we found that, and the other thing I had it searching for was a forage wagon or a TMR mixer, basically. So hopefully it finds that soon too. And, ooh, not sure which way he was going there. And he's off to sell our silage. Okay, back in a little bit once we get to the store and pick our baler up. Sir, you can't. That's why he's way over that far. I knew something was wrong. Okay, that should put him on that path. Yes. All right, back when we get to the store and get our baler. All right, we'll see how this thing works. I'm very tempted, since the grass field is ready to cut, to take all of those square hay bales out and sell them. But then I was going to silage. We're not going to need the silage pit much longer because all I need now is a wrapper. I'm not sure. That bale storage building is almost full and we have this thing. And so I would really like to start baling the big bales, but maybe just this grass cutting, we'll put it all in the silage pit. And then next spring, because then we'll be able to, well, no, because I don't have anything planted. I should have planted winter wheat, so I'd get straw early. Doesn't really matter. I would like to get all those bales out, though, basically. Long story short, I want to get those bales out because that building's almost quote-unquote full because it's at like 500 out of 600, even though they're the little bales. And I want to start making big bales of hay and straw, and then we can start making silage. But for now, we'll just silage all the grass. So I just got this brand new baler, and we're not going to use it. Oh, well. I just repaired it, too, for $700, which isn't bad. It does make me realize I need to repair the forage wagon there. I did not have the money to repair it when I bought it. Can't quite turn back where I was. I had this thing back in there, and I'm like, oh, I should repair this before we park it. It's not that big of a deal that I bought it, and I'm not going to use it right now, just because I didn't buy it for right now. I bought it because that's when the, sale came, right? Like, I need it for next year. And I'm strongly considering, just looking at productions and stuff, the meat cows make money, but they don't help me in any kind of production. I would be better off getting milk from cows or switching to sheep or chickens or something. This one's going to be more expensive. Yeah, $5,000. That's what I figured. All right, last truck is heading out there with a partial load of silage. I'm going to go ahead and put the mower on and go ahead and get the grass mowed. Assuming I can get to the mower. It might need a little bit of help. All right, I'll go ahead and get this mowed and then get the forage wagon and start getting it moved over to the silage pit. Oh, our other search just popped up. So that should be our TMR mixer. Oh, 63% off. I will take it. Where's the other? Oh, you're already back. You should... I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk sending him to the store. I do wish that if it has a hitch, it can pull a trailer. Like, well, it doesn't have a 3-point or, you know, or whatever. And it's like, yeah, but you could still tow it. Just park that out of the way. Let's grab a tractor. Send you to the shop. Bring that back. And then we can make some TMR. We'll be able to make some TMR right away. I've been trying to let the cows run out. So they're halfway down on their hay. Go back and unload that. Oh. We could have gone back and made some TMR right away, but for the fact that I literally just sold the last of the silage. I literally just sold the last of the silage. I didn't think that through. Well, I didn't expect the TMR mixer to come through right after that. Okay, well, we're not making TMR today. We'll be able to make TMR next month. Whatever. I think I'll go ahead and put a search out too for a used wrapper. Okay, this guy's almost done mowing, and then I'm gonna get the forage wagon and start getting some grass, and we're almost done with the cornfield. Probably make a little pass through here too and get a bit. I mean, it's not a lot, but this is a decent width here. Free money, right? I can definitely run all the way down to the end. I don't know if I can go all the way around the field. If I go all the way around the field, I mean, that's something. Okay, I bet that adds up to a fair amount. I'm gonna get the wagon first and do that loop because I bet that's a decent amount of grass. Oh, did you not? I tried to park this thing right where I thought it needed to be for him to unload. Hold on. Gotta fight with this guy. All right, let's see what we get out of one trip around this field. Okay, 84%. I mean, I think that's worth doing. Almost a full forage wagon just from going around the edges of these fields here. Of course, that's also reason why I want to cut a few trees down and make those fields bigger. But I definitely think that was worth the trip. That's I don't know, $6,000-$7,000 in silage. Not too bad. All right, let me get down here and just finish this off, and we'll make a few trips and fill the silage pit. Well, we're not gonna fill it, but we're gonna throw everything we've got in the silage pit. So there's a little bit of silage behind the silage pit, and it won't let me put the grass in because it detects it in the pit, even though it's not in the pit. So I had to put the tractor in the pen. Anyways, the good news is I've got a little bit of silage, so we can go ahead and make a little TMR. I tried to just dump the silage into the feeder, and that's not what happened. I just ended up dumping the silage next to the feeder, and there's no way to get the tractor in the pen other than this. So role play wise, there's a gate, right? I mean, like, obviously in real life there would be a gate. Okay, I'll take it. I can't get the rest behind the pit, but I don't think it matters because the pit shows is empty now. Ooh, what a mess. All right, well, we'll be able to make some TMR in a minute, so that's cool. And I should be able to dump this in the pit now. I wasn't sure if you could dump grass in on top of silage just to make more silage, but you definitely cannot. Load number 2 going in. And load number 3 is going in. And there's literally like 1% or 2% over there. Like basically I got it all, but I'll go back over and grab the other tiny bit, but it amounts to essentially nothing. We basically got 3 full loads. Now I'm going to get a wrapper so I can make silage that way, but I also have the silage pit so I can make silage that way. So I kind of have 2 different ways to make silage. If we're making a little bit of silage, it doesn't matter. If we're going to make a ton of silage, the pit, it's kind of a lot of work having to empty it. And it also depends on what production I'm going for. Because if I get into like wheat and flour and baking, you know, then I might want milk, and then we might be doing a lot more cows, or I haven't decided yet what production to go for yet. So I don't know what we're doing with the animals, basically. I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, I've got the giant forage wagon and I may or may not want it. We'll find out. And if you don't know why this is done, so in real life, if you take grass and you dry it out, it's hay. And because you've dried it out, it lasts for a long time, as long as you keep it dry, right? So that's good. Same thing with straw, you keep it dry. When you just cut grass though, and you cut it wet, you want to turn it into silage, you want to ferment it. Well, wet grass will rot. And the way that you make it silage and not rotten grass is you get rid of all the air. So either you bale it, which there's a bunch of air in there, but you wrap it in plastic so then there's no more air, then it'll ferment and it won't rot. Or you put it in a silage pit, and yeah, you end up covered it in plastic too, but you want to drive over it a whole bunch and push all the air out because there's not that much air in a bale. I mean, there's some air in there, but there's not a ton of air in there. There would be a lot of air in here because just dumping grass in it would be very fluffy. So you end up, and you wouldn't do it like this in real life. You wouldn't just fill the pit and then drive on it. You would drive on it and add some more and drive on it and add some more and keep doing it. But your goal is to have all this grass compacted with no air in there, then cover it in plastic so no more air can get in, and then the wet grass will ferment instead of rotting. And I'm going to go ahead and cheat because when I drive out, it's going to push a whole bunch out, and I'm just going to do that because I'm a cheater. Okay, there you go. We'll have some silage next month. All right, let me see how I can make some TMR because I should be able to make just a little bit. Okay, so we've got 100% of our silage, probably more than that. So we should need some hay and some straw, and I don't know what the ratio is. So let's just do this, and let's just say straw. Give me 2 bales of straw, and give me 2 bales of hay. Which one's which? Technically, I would need a little more hay to kind of... That right there should be TMR. I can just make it better if I add... I don't want to add any more straw. But I could definitely add some more hay. Let's do 2 more hay. And you got to get it in the right ratio, but it's also about how much is in here, right? Because we are... Oh, so we're at 460 out of 6... Oh, no, that's the shed. I'm sorry. How full is this thing? Oh, so it's only at 50%. 54%, right? So yeah, I can go a little more hay, but then the silage is going to drop, and I don't have any more silage. So that might be it. And I don't know what the other one is. The 0%. Because according to this, we have TMR. Now I should be able to come over here somehow and feed it into this. And let me get rid of the water trailer because I don't know. I've not used this thing, so I don't know where the trigger is or anything for the food other than manually putting it in there. I'm hoping to just back up to that. Because, well, no, this has got to shoot on the side, right? Well, that's going to take like all of it, huh? Almost all of it. All right. Well, there's our first load of TMR to the cows. So that's going to help them out quite a bit. And I'm going to guess they reproduce quicker, right? If their productivity goes up. I'm not as worried about that. I'm more worried about, like, are we going to do milk? And I mean, should I buy milk cows? Because by next month, I'll have more silage. Should we buy some milk cows? I think we'll buy some little cows. Let's buy 6. And we'll just wait for them to get bigger. So we won't be making milk for quite a while. But it also didn't really cost me hardly anything. All right, turn that off. All right, we'll go park this in the shed. Yeah, so that'll be enough TMR to last for next month. And by next month, I'll have silage. And obviously, we have a bunch of grass and straw. So I can make TMR for quite a while for that many cows. And by next year, we'll be doing the big bales, and we'll get rid of all these little bales. It's December now. I've just been kind of going through the months. There's not really anything to do. I just kind of need to get to January when I can start selling everything. I did just realize, though, we don't need this. So I'm going to drive this over to the shop and sell it. And, oh, there's a tractor on special right now that I can't afford, but, oh, I really want it. It's even bigger than the New Holland. Oh, I'm thinking about it, but I don't have the money. I won't have the money till next month. And it could still be on sale next month, but probably not. Anyways, I'm going to go sell these 2 things. I'm not going to get much out of it. I think we're going to get about 25 grand. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. That gets me to 35. If I max the loan back out, yeah, that only gets me to 100. Man. So there's this case tractor here that's 52% off. And this is the mod that has an even bigger front end loader. I don't know why we need that, but it has the liquid tanks on it. And this would be great as a planting tractor. It might still be on sale next month. That's really not what I'm trying to sell everything for. We need to kind of stop buying that stuff because I need to do a production and not buy a tractor. But, all right, well, I'm going to drive this back to the shop and I will see you in January. Oh, well, this is interesting. That case is gone, but our New Holland tractor that we already have, there's another one for 57% off. That might be the way to go. It's $120,000 cheaper than the case. And then we would have 2 of these. And this tractor has done really well for us. So I think that's probably the way to go, honestly. Do we need a giant weeder? No, let's try to not buy everything. I'm very, 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 very tempted on that New Holland, though. And I could even get rid of a tractor. I could probably get rid of a Challenger. It is a little useful to have the Challenger around. Honestly, if I should get rid of anything, it should be the John Deere because it's the least horsepower. All right. Well, anyways, it's January and we can sell. We should be able to get 35,000 for our wheat. We should be able to get about 70,000 for our corn. and another 40,000 for our oats. And then next month's when the big money comes in, when we can sell the lettuce. So let me, grain mill, grain barge. Okay, grain barge 1 is right across the river, right? I hope, and it's not the far one. It's the far one. Dang it. All right, well, I'll look at the prices. Sometimes the price isn't that much different. Well, the farmer's market's almost the same price, and I already have that set up in auto drive, so I've got that truck. He's going to take 2 full loads, and then he's going to take a little tiny partial load. And let me get the other truck. I can just run to it quicker. And I'll figure out where we're going to send him. All right, unfortunately, the oats really do need to go to grain barge 1. It's over near the restaurant, so I'm going to have the truck drive towards the restaurant. And when it gets over there, then I'll have to actually make an auto drive for the grain barge 1. If I knew, I could have sent the other one there too with the corn, but the corn was not that much of a difference. The oats were like a significant difference. And then I don't know where the wheat goes yet, but we'll get this sold off. Here comes our first load of corn. So like I said, we're going to sell 2 full trucks, and then the third truck is going to be like 5-10%. Okay, not bad. Okay, here's our, I can turn all this off. Actually, I need to turn it back on because I don't think I have a way out of here yet. But here's grain bin terminal number 1. These are all of the oats. We don't have any more. Okay, you go back to the farm. Oh. I set you to farm and not farm silo. Okay, that'll get him going around, and he'll be able to load up on corn and take himself back. So I guess actually the other guy should be set to farm silo as well. I just don't know where he's going yet with farm silo, load up on wheat. And I don't know where you're taking it. So the best place for the wheat is the grain mill. It is one of the productions I was thinking about buying. I'm not sure yet, but we definitely want to go ahead and get an auto drive course into here. I don't know. Kind of seems like I should come in from the other way, because I don't really want to come in and make that U-turn. Yeah, that looks like we should come down this road and then... Oh, and the corn sold. So that's almost all of the corn. He's going to make a third trip. He's just going to get a little tiny bit. We already sold all the wheat, and then the oats. And then I've got the wheat here, and there's going to be a partial load of wheat after that. How far should I go past? Here, maybe. These trucks will have no problem, but I try to do it based on having a semi. And this is the, what is this place? The grain mill. Okay, sell our wheat while we're here. And all of this money today is pretty good, but in February, when I get to sell the lettuce, that's when we make the real money. All right, farm silo to the grain mill with wheat. All right, that'll run him out one more trip. This guy's on his way back to get his corn, and I think that's it. I just have to wait for those 2 things to get done. I already checked the carpenter's good. Those got plenty of water till next month, and this is good. And I've been slowly every month throwing a few more logs, and I've almost got all the logs to where we're down to just 75,000 liters of wood. We've got, 14 pallets of planks, and we're up to 3 furniture. So, yeah. And then the lettuce, the trailer is completely full of lettuce, and then this building is 50% full of lettuce. So we've got a lot of lettuce. I think I'd be crazy to not buy this for 90,000, considering the little tractor was like 70,000. Yeah, so I'm going to set it up exactly the same tires, front loader attachment, all of that. Both of them are only the 350 horsepower, so they can both be upgraded later. So I will buy that for 90,000. I am going to sell for sure the John Deere, because it's really underpowered. The only thing we're using it on is the sprayer, and it's really underpowered. So we will for sure sell this. And then maybe I should sell one of the Challengers as well. I don't want to get rid of both of them. It is useful to have like that size tractor, but I really don't think I need this size tractor. Its only claim to fame is that it's got the little tires, and both of the giant tractors have the little tires now. So we'll definitely go sell this. I mean, just look. It's a bit of an upgrade. It's a bit of an upgrade. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I shouldn't be spending money on tractors right now. We need the money for productions and other things that make us money, but I mean, that was such a good deal. Look, I mean, we already got 25 grand back from it. Oh, I thought I fixed this. Bro, get out from over there. Oh, it's the sign that's screwing them up. Why can't I pick the sign up? Did I put beacons on the other one? I don't remember. All right. I'm going to drive this back to the farm. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sell this one. We'll keep one Challenger. That does drop us to 3 tractors, and there are times where it's good to have 4 tractors. But just, I've been kind of irresponsible with the money. So I think it's a good decision to sell this, and we'll have one Challenger and we'll have 2 large tractors, and before you know it, we'll add another large tractor. And I'm going to sell this one because it's got less hours, so I should get more of my money back. But between selling this and selling the other one, I didn't really spend that much for the New Holland, right? Because I got 25 grand on the John Deere, and hoping to get maybe 50 on this, at least 40. Oh, I'm getting way more. I'm getting 70. Oh, I think we broke even. Right? Hold on. I feel like we just broke even. I made 95,000 selling vehicles. Oh, I made money. I sold the John Deere and the Challenger and got $4,000 and got another one of these. Yeah, I think that was 100% worth it. Like, the only negative in the whole thing is that I went from 4 tractors to 3. But, oh, this is like so much more capable. So much more capable. You know, and we'll just be on the lookout, and eventually we'll get a 4th tractor that'll be a large tractor, and I'll still keep the Challenger because there are tasks that are always going to be around that I don't need this size of a tractor for, right? Like pulling the TMR or whatever. Like that's plenty. 225 horsepower. That's plenty to pull, you know, stuff like that around. Think both of the trucks are done selling. All this. Okay, let's fix this. You're gonna have to cut that corner. Because you guys are not. And I know it's going to cause problems if there's a car coming, but. There you go. Also, I've got to run the cows out of the hay, so I stopped feeding them TMR. Because as long as there's TMR, they're going to eat it, and they're not going to eat the hay, which means I only have 50% of this pen available for food. So I need it to be empty. Then I can fill it with TMR. Otherwise, I'm like, it's just too much trouble. Now I'm going to get confused again on this, but we're going to go sell this at the restaurant for 32, which means I can buy it at the warehouse for 25. So I can go buy lettuce and then sell it. I'm going to investigate that because that doesn't seem right. That's that's way more than the water thing. We'll find out in a second. Okay, there's $130,000. And I have almost that many back at the farm. Let's see if this guy can make it back to the farm. This route was not meant for a semi. He actually made it. Didn't even touch anything. Okay, well, that's good. Buy lettuce for $25.92. And I clearly bought lettuce for $25.92. And I can sell it for $32. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I can't auto load with that up there. Okay, well, I guess that's one way to make money. I can't quite automate it as easy as the water because I have to buy it and then I have to try to get it on the trailer, and I can't, even with auto load, I have to manually do that, and then I definitely have to be the one to unload because there's no way the auto drive is going to get somebody into that little spot. But I mean, you could definitely you could put 40 pallets on here and make 700 a pallet. And trailer 2. Oh, that was a pretty good. And I can't remember. I think I have more money. Just trying to see. So at maximum 480,000. I don't think I have anything. I'm going to leave it like that just for a minute because I want to be able to know that amount of money and strategize. But I'm not planning on doing anything right now. Let's get that guy going back to the farm. Oh wait, we still got. No. We're not done yet. We've still got planks. We got to go back and sell planks. All right, we got our planks, and I've got the furniture too, and I don't know why I loaded the furniture because I'm going to the playground, of course. You know, it's where they sell or buy the planks for way too much. I don't think they're going to buy my furniture, but who knows? Maybe they buy everything. That was 118,000. All right, let's take this back to the farm. I'll just hold on to the furniture until the price goes up because honestly, who cares? Yeah, the biggest problem is we're sitting on all this wood still, and I was going to this winter do a bunch more logging, but like I can't process it. I think even though this has nothing to do with our fields, I kind of think I should either buy the lumber mill place. Where's this at? That's not that bad to get to. Because the other option is I can put down my own lumber mill if I buy a lot. Where in the world am I? I can't recognize anything. So if I bought this lot over here, what's the big lumber mill? That's a carpentry. That's tiny. Got the $300,000 sawmill. That's not that big. That's 150. Got this carpentry from Highlands. Got this sawmill from Highlands. And then I've got that, which is just a mod of the other one. Yeah, and I don't really want to put that over by the farm. I'm not going to buy anything in this episode. I'm going to think about it between episodes, but I'm strongly considering we need to turn the wood production way up. And also we want a production that has something to do with the fields and possibly animals. So I'll make that decision in between episodes, and I will see you guys next time.